think it was what, like 3? Or no, there was a few. There was like 5, and you guys demolished them all.
Sounds about right.
Didn't you murder one of them?
Probably.
That sounds about right.
You sent one running and you murdered one. I'm gonna go watch the video. I remember this now. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that sounds like us.
Yeah, it pretty much sounds like it. Okay, so I don't remember Bowie kill. Did Bowie kill? I'll just move him back up. Maybe he did attack. We'll say he attacked. All right, so as the occurrences of last time happened, the fog starts kind of enclouding everything around you. It does not seem to be able to see you guys currently. As part of this, it is going to make just a free perception check really quick as it looks around trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Interesting.
How to the ground is this fog?
Okay, so I just want to. I'm going to take a picture of this real quick.
Oh no. Oh no.
Then that's why.
So, 1 sec.
Wasn't it a couple 100 feet up?
20 feet up, remember it descended down. It's not it ended up taking a bunch more damage.
How much of the ground? How tall?
It is not
does
its
the
turn.
fog
This is just oddly enough, the fog is very centralized around all of you, but one person on this map. Ooh, interesting. It gets the genius effect.
Yeah. Just when you're a smart devil.
It was already smart. It's even better. No, it's not as bad. It's just very scary. I'm giving it proficiency in what does it have? Oh yeah, it's gonna take proficiency in perception, which it had nothing in before. We like that.
That's nice. That's cool.
Just until its next long rest. It's just a devil. I'm sure it will sleep soon. All right. Thankfully, the magic used by Theris seems to obscure all of you from its vision. All of you but Bowie, as it immediately turns to the unprotected fighter.
Actually, Bowie's 20 feet up in the air with Grunkum.
Still sees him. Doesn't see you, still sees him. This is a targeted effect spell, and at the time it was cast, he did not meet the criteria for which the spell was cast, so he is not currently protected by it.
He's riding on Gronkum's back, so he's just like hovering to this thing.
So he
Pretty
sees, he's
much.
like he's just like hunching the air as he hops around through. It's like, what is he
Oh,
doing?
hold on. Did you bring up a fair point? Oh no. Okay, thankfully it didn't mean more than it was. Alright, hold on.
He's like hanging limp as he's carried underneath Gronkum's arms or something.
He just kind of like is staring curiously, and then you just see him crack a smile. Whatever that means. Ari, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 90 feet away with Ferris.
Shrouded by a strange mist.
Going to Barovia.
Oh, not
What was
yet.
I said we're going to Barovia.
Don't tempt me.
Looks around at the fog. What's this?
It's our way to get the hell out of here. We've got to move. I don't know how long this will last.
We gotta at least wait for the others.
Do what?
Wait for the others.
We gotta at least wait for the others.
When I look back, does it seem, is it only emanating from me, or is everybody being covered by the fog?
Roll a perception check with advantage.
I'll give
Sorry,
you one
that-
as well.
that was you.
Oh, it's for him too.
thought I
He gets the
accidentally
advantage. You can roll a perception just for general. Okay. All right. You look around. Your vision isn't really obscured by the fog as much. It's not like a big cloud of fog. It's just very centralized around your party members. You see basically at this point 4 clusters. You see the cluster. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That you guys aren't actually there. You see the cluster where kind of Gronkum is, with his friend on his back. You see kind of one where Leah is. You see one where Arborist is, and one around yourselves. You look. You don't see anything for Wolfguard. Whether I'm not sure if you saw him go down or not. Ferris, you can easily pick out every single person on this field right now, especially the one that's covered by your magic. You do see the devil. You did see Wolfguard go down, and you do not see your magic affecting him.
Not affecting Wolfguard?
Yeah. Where Wolfguard was, you sense nothing.
I'm like, wait here. Here, you wait here for the others. I'll be back, and I'm gonna, when it's my turn, I'm going to rush to Wolfguard to try to help him.
Okay.
I mean, I know player knows what's going on. Theris doesn't.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Anything else?
She nods.
Oh,
And,
you do
just gonna prep
see.
things just in case.
You do see Arborist is still currently engaged with one of those frozen soldiers, but still does apparently see him. However, the devil, being distracted by floating Bowie, has not yet picked up on it.
Ari is going to use her bonus action to cast a 5th level Shadow Blade. And she's going to make it a Blade of Sound. And then I guess as her action, she's going to ready it to... what's the range of Shadow Blade? I believe it's,
think you can throw it
it's up
30
to
or
60. She'll ready to throw it at the demon, should it be close enough that she can, and it be attacking a
Devil.
Yes, devil. Basically, if the devil is going to attack
No,
someone and it's close enough, she will throw the blade at it.
Airbus. You're
What?
playing with a little icy buddy. You see fog, everything's kind of running, it's kind of yelling about right now.
But I can see him. He's pissing me off.
Roll a perception check. Well, I mean, you see the ice guy, yeah. We'll just roll a perception check and since you're kind of just got fogged. Yeah, you have a pretty good beat on everybody right now, other than you don't see Wolfguard. You may have seen him go down, but you don't have eyes on him currently. You do see the devil, although it doesn't apparently seem to see you. It's looking in the other direction. And this slow-moving ice soldier is kind of like... He's looking pretty rough, too. He looks like he's about to fall apart.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot firebolts at him.
Don't worry about it yet, Dark. There's one already built in, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And I gotta kind of mix them together at some point anyways. Yeah, that hit. Oh, that did you roll it at disadvantage because you were within 5 feet?
Would it not also be at advantage because he's currently hidden to the target?
He's not hidden to the ice soldier, only the devil.
Oh, the ice soldier sees him?
Yep.
Okay.
You still hit him.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that works.
Take
As you
that.
just hit him with the firebolt, he falls apart and loses his structure.
So I know where everyone is, essentially, kind of give or take.
Yeah, so you see people running, you see Gronkum still up in the air. I'm not really sure what Lee is doing, but Lee is probably closer there than anybody.
Who's the closest to me?
To you, right now? Probably Leah. So they ran south. So Theris and Ari went south 90 feet, right? You're just measuring east?
Yeah, we're 90 feet off the map, south.
Yeah, so they're south. So you do know they went that way. As far as who's close to you, it would be Leah.
All right, I'm gonna head.
And you would know where
Leah
Leah is because
closest.
Leah, you've been within close proximity most of the fight.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head over towards Leah as far as I can.
You'd be able to make it over, I believe. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can get there next turn. Depending what Leah does, Leah will save you all.
All right, and that's it.
Gronkum, you hear a little cooing sound out here. You hear Bowie, what the fuck is that?
Mind your business.
You hear Saphira like yell at him back. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Out of curiosity, Nobel, are pseudo dragons telepathic in this edition?
You've never met one before. But for your own knowledge,
So, if I recall correctly, I believe
No.
pseudo dragon, at least in 3.5, the way they communicated was.
Oh, limited. They have
They used to
100
only have-
limited telepathy.
Okay.
They
yeah,
can
so they
communicate
do.
simple ideas, emotions, and images.
Mm. Okay.
All right. So this creature seeing Bowie, but also being a bit curious now at the non-flying flying is going to bolt directly at him.
Does Gronkum still have the sword, or did that vanish?
The sword is not vanished yet. It's
I just don't have a card.
It's looking for a soul of steel.
did she not give it to you?
No, I gave it to him.
You
Wait,
should have a card for it.
did I have a card for it? Long sword?
Hold on. You got it. Hold on.
It is blank. Oh,
That one.
Lotus.
I'll drop it to him.
Okay.
So you now have the Lotus Blade in your inventory.
Cool.
He, being the awesome friend he is,
Which arm of his is crystal?
Right arm.
Who's in a
I need Gronkum and Bowie to make Constitution saving throws. Bowie rolls a 15. You both fail. You take 14 points of force damage. Bowie holds his concentration on his hex. He resists half of it. He... Huh. Move him not quite that close. Yeah, we'll do that.
Big cone. Very big cone.
He's going to unleash a cone of cold. That unfortunately does target you. That is fuck both of you.
Nice save.
You both take. He takes 17. You take 8, and he still holds his freaking hex.
Incredible.
He sits there. No form shows around you. He's very perplexed at how he's up here. He still thinks something's strange, but he still can't see you or anything on you, even ice. Bo just kind of like spits frozen chunks at him. That's his action plus. Let's see, that takes 2 plus 1. He's just gonna hit Bowie with the ice arm. So that's the frozen claw. That is a natural 1.
Noise.
Nice.
Oh no.
He's going to use a strong hand.
15.
Oh.
Boulder Dash!
Yes.
Fuck me, man. Every time. Alright. North, south, east! He goes into you guys! Okay. So he bowls through both of you.
So-
You both do get an attack on him. The orb follows him, but you're already in the orb, so you don't have to do anything new. So go ahead and make your attack on him.
Called.
Bowie is going to. I didn't set up the first roll attack. He'll just chuck. Oh no, it hurts more. He's going to chuck at him as soon as he moves far enough away. Whew. And he misses.
Rockham is going to use this Lotus Sword against his arm, specifically aiming at the elbow joint.
All right, if you want to do a call shot, it is a disadvantage, but I will allow it.
Oh, yeah, there's a crack in the arm.
hold on.
There's a crack.
But he can't. Oh, so hold on. So 2 things to consider really quick. It can't see you, so you don't actually suffer a penalty on the called shot. It just is a flat attack. However, roll an intelligence check, Gronkum. Or a wisdom check. Either or.
Wisdom's much better by a whole 1.
Is it gonna break
That's
the?
impressive.
Oh no.
I'm gonna break this motherfucking arm!
Unless I would prefer like a survival check.
No. This one's specifically a little bit more thought-based. If you have just general knowledge, you can still apply your general knowledge. This is just, there's no DM help coming on this decision. The number you dialed cannot be reached at this time. Please try your number again later.
Fifth and you, Grockham.
All right.
Need to change the color of your dice. Those are rolling low tonight.
That is a miss. So as you kind of hit the arm, it shifts in your direction for a second. You technically missed it, but it seems to look at you almost briefly, but then it's kind of starts looking for you again, but very fixated on your last position.
Okay, I'll have to change that before his next turn.
Probably a good idea. That is basically all he's going to do this round.
Is that as far as he's going?
Yeah, he's staying right on you guys. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. You're correct.
I mean, I
he takes his
prefer if
full
he stayed
action.
there.
He does 120 feet. That's his movement.
120 feet.
Yep. So he flies off the map currently to the east. Oh, he's like, run, you pussy! He's like, I think we got him right where we want him. I just need a break. Here's the rest. Now he like puts his head on your shoulder. I'm good. I'm good. There's.
I'm just
You
running.
watch the devil just blow through both of them after casting Cone of Cold. Flies out of view. Actually, yeah, he flies way out of your view. So you're running back towards Wolfgart?
Yeah, I'm sprinting as fast as I can. Double move.
All right, so you're about 90. So you're what, 60 feet a turn?
Yeah, and I'm going to also try to will myself to jump forward like what happened previously. Like I don't know how it happened. Basically, the
Roll, interesting point. Hold on. I did math on this earlier. It's in my book. I have math for everything. Arborist knows this is true.
Hundreds of them.
All right, so for your stuff, go ahead and roll a percentile die. Actually, before you roll your percentile die, though, pick a soul.
If I feel it's going to consume something, I'm not going to do that.
You don't feel that you have a high risk of consuming something, but it's potentially. You feel like you could reach and potentially just exhaust a temporary resource, but you could potentially also deplete a resource. But you could achieve what you're hoping to achieve as a bonus action, if so. Up to you.
Yeah, if I feel like I'm going to push that, I'm not going to do it right now.
Okay, fair enough. You kind of feel the tingle, and you're like, you're just not sure. Especially because you did just lose the high priest.
Yep.
Or not the high priest. You lost it was like one of the priests.
Yeah.
All right, so you move 60 feet. Any bonus or just
I
that?
don't have anything to do as a bonus. Well, how far away am I from him?
At this point, you're 90 feet, so I would say you're probably like 40 feet away. Maybe 45.
Let me look at my spell real quick. Hang on. Okay, healing word is 60 foot, so I just trying to throw a healing word at him.
Okay. You go and try to cast healing word on him. It takes no hold.
Like, so do I get the vibe that I'm too late?
Between what you saw with your vision and your magic auras, and between trying to heal him and taking no hold, you gather the feeling he is dead.
Okay. Well, that's all my actions. So.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, Leah. So you watch the
Grunkum,
devil flying around.
I do believe it's time to leave. Any response from Grunkum?
He's too busy blowing on his whistle.
That's a good sign. Oh no. It may not be a good sign at all.
If you die, Saphir dies. Well, I tried. He just can't be reasoned with. Bruce, I think it's time to get out of here.
Cool. Wait, what? Where are we going?
I think we're leaving.
What's that big ass motherfucker up there needs to get his ass beat.
I mean, if you really want to, I'm not against it, but odds haven't been great so far.
But we got a Gronkum.
He is susceptible to mind control, as has been displayed.
That is an issue, isn't it?
I don't
Perhaps.
mind.
You know who probably knows best is me. Probably just find Theris.
You know, I think our best course of action is to get Theris to teleport us away immediately.
There's has
right,
been like
he
screaming
can
for everybody to
teleport.
run for like.
Because I did not prepare my spell today.
Because I didn't prepare a teleportation circle today.
Oh,
My apologies.
all right. Neither did I. Oh wait, I can't.
You could do it. It just takes a little bit longer. And I don't think you got that kind of time. Maybe you did that. All right, so you
Gronka?
run over to him.
Yeah, just Gronkum. I hope this is inspiring a flashback right now of Deft trying to get you to get away from that archfey a couple days ago, and everything going wrong. I'm going to reach out my hand to Airbus.
Okay.
Perhaps we leave, and I'm gonna cast Dimension Door.
Okay. Do you willingly go with her? She does have pixie sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah, pixie
I do like those pixie sticks. Those are pretty tasty. Yeah, let's go.
All right. So how far are you going and which direction?
I'm gonna try and get close to, I suppose, Ari, since she's furthest away.
You could go a lot farther than that if you want, but you could easily get to them. So you could go.
Yeah, I don't want to
500
leave
feet?
him behind.
Well, you're trying to get to him anyway, so it kind of makes sense. So
I'm gonna
you
get to Theris.
you bamf right. Well, Theris is a bit away, so you see Ari behind. Or were you moving? Were you holding your movement to move with him, like you had been previously? Because you went before him.
No, I think Theris let go of her arm, and because he told her to stay there. And
Okay.
Yes.
So
ran
yeah,
towards
so you're
Wolfgar.
60 feet away from Theris right now, but you're with Ari.
Actually, you want
Both of
to?
you.
I
Just
don't
gonna
think
move
we'll
us
do
over
it
here, then?
because of we're all players here. But you know, an interesting thing that's kind of funny when you message me about the conditions for stuff and what I would do and how I would word
Mhm.
things. I just met Def's new character too, so
Ooh.
Hmm?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Oh, please don't take away non-detection from me. Please.
He's just saying. I mean, if you happen to fall, I mean,
I mean, to be honest, I mean,
you don't even necessarily have to. It's just to be curious. Who knows?
thought it'd be amusing in a shitty sort of way.
This will be really interesting when you meet Wolfgart's replacement. All right, Wolfgart, you're dead.
Oh my god, this fuck. So when I created the character now,
Uh
and I took all the artificer from that one you linked me,
huh.
for some reason it still gave me the abilities of the old artificer.
Because it still gives you the option to pick. You still have to pick the right one.
Yeah, I did. I picked the right artillery.
They have the same name. They're named the same in UA as they are in the mod. So you should see two of them if you have them both up.
Yeah, you gotta see which source you're picking from.
Yeah, that's the only doubt. It doesn't base off the mod you drop. It pulls from every mod, and it's based off the decision you make. Some of the stuff is in there, but like all of your subclass options is based on that. Gromcom.
Gronkum flies 160 feet up, or 180 feet, 160 feet further up for a total of 180 feet.
Okay. I'm very curious as to where this is going. You're just gonna fly up there?
Yep. And then he's going to throw Bowie at the ground.
So, interesting fact. Bowie's not too keen to being thrown at the ground. You're gonna have to try to make a check to outdo him. Let me just read one quick thing on one of his little abilities he has here. Let's see.
Would you consider that an attack? Gronkum is trying to attack the ground with Bowie.
No, you're making a athletics check versus his acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
So how are you doing this? So he's on your back currently. You just grab him and you're gonna chuck him.
Yep.
All right. So you go ahead, roll your athletics.
Oh, yes, Gronkum.
All right. So you chuck him down to the ground.
I do recall him saying that he doesn't have any ability to fly.
This is correct. But
I
he
just-
does not mention any other abilities he does not mention to have. So as you watch him descend, he smacks directly into the ground. And all you see is a cloud of dirt as the fog around you dissipates from attacking another individual. And you are now visible.
This is why we don't have any friends.
It's only as good as long as you're safe. So he's currently down in the dirt, and you're now 160 feet up there.
180 feet.
180 feet.
I see this body hurtling towards the ground.
He takes his lab dice. Hold on.
160 should be, I believe it's
180.
1d6 for every 10,
Yeah,
but the first
18
10 is.
D6.
Oh,
16
okay,
dice.
so the first 10 is free, so that should be 17.
There's a cap.
D6?
Though. Hold on. That would be 16 d6, but I think what's the cap? There's a cap on it. Is it 20 d6?
If it's 180 and the first 10 is free, that's 7 or
That is the first
170 and
20.
1d6 per 10. Oh, is it the first 20? Okay.
I don't think there's
I'm
a
checking
cap.
those. There is a cap. I think it's like 300 damage though. It's a big cap. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think 16 dice is the cap.
Hold on. Where'd it go? Max damage from falling. 20 d6 is the max, so he's close. However, it is also halved.
The dice or the damage?
The damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that is 56 points of damage reduced to 29. As you just.
Malcolm laughs.
Ooh, that hurt. Okay.
You probably survived that.
Ice Soldier's dead. Oh, is that the end of the order?
Round 8? Looks like it.
So he is going to fly underneath you, Gronkum, and up a bit. So he's actually no, he's just going to fly underneath you and look up. Let's see.
Well, Gronkum, it's been lovely knowing you. I'm so sorry for doing this to us.
Which one?
I got this.
Oh, I forgot I have this one too. How high up are you, Grunkum?
180 feet.
Excellent. Just within range. Ooh.
160 feet above the devil.
No, it's not that one. We're just going to do some attack. You watch as the crystal hand sticks out and 2 shards of ice are formed between his fingers, and he throws them up at you. That is. How much your throwing person? You dodge out of the way with 1. It does explode behind you. You fail, but you're still resistant. You take 7 points of damage. The second one streaks at you. Skims past you. That one also explodes. And 6 more points of damage. It then is going to use its last component of its action to teleport up 120 feet towards you.
You said 120 feet?
So it is now 40 feet away from you. Beneath you. That's its turn. No. Sorry, Wolfgart. So he gets up out of the dirt. Looks up. Bolts.
Understandably.
Spear is still safe. Leah.
Waiting for a portal to get out of here.
One holding actions or anything else?
Didn't have anything planned. I was just watching the show. I don't know. I think I'm good.
Gronkum, actually do me one favor too. Roll what's higher, perception or survival for you?
They're the same.
Roll survival then. You notice as you're fighting this creature up in the air too, or as you've been fighting it around, as it gets closer to you now, it seems like some of its wounds are slowly starting to heal.
That's unfortunate.
Apparently the person who is holding off its damage seems to be out of commission.
Running away.
Radiant damage was preventing it from regenerating. There's a reason it killed Wolfgar. It's vulnerable, and it stops all regeneration. It is your turn again. So it is 40 feet below you. It's just looking up at you currently. It's not within melee range, so you still could fly around it. I think you have movement to get around if you need to.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
What's that?
Stupid Discord. Wolfguard's 180 feet below me, 45 feet away. I hope Theros gets his body. Grockham flies 160 feet south.
Good man.
Okay, so as you fly away, he just kind of still fixates on you. Are you going down at all or just straight out?
Well,
You fly over their heads. Okay, so you're going down towards them?
Well, past them.
Okay, so you are flying over them.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, are we flying at them or are we leading him away?
Away.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so 160 feet away. At the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to teleport 120 feet closer to you. Still maintaining his elevation.
So he's 40 feet below and 40 feet away.
Yeah, because you moved a little bit slower, or you moved a little bit faster, but you did go at an angle. He's not moving at an angle at all.
Okay.
All right, so he just does that. That does go to Theris. So Theris, I think you're 45 feet away from him. I'll just let you move him there since he's distracted. I'll say you move him there with your just plain movement. Because it's fun, and I'm getting a beer. Be right back. Yeah, it's easy enough to get to him as he chases away Gronkum.
He was a halfling, wasn't he?
No, Wolfgart? Wolfgart's just a human.
Or Wolfgar?
Wolfgart, yeah.
He's like your typical pale Van Helsing type.
But he's human.
Plain old human variant.
Okay. I'm not the strongest, so I know.
I don't even know why they call it a human variant, too. Just pointing that out now.
Okay. Does he have anything that I know of value that we may need that he carries?
So
Everything.
for what you would know. Well, first of all, roll an investigation check as we look through. Just roll plain. So of the, just you're kind of looking through his stuff, trying to make sure you find his items of importance.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, so a few things you would know. You do know he has a magic quiver. He did have a collection of magical beads at one point, as well as some collections of magical weapons and bolts. Other than that, that's basically the only things you remember, but he may have more. So probably worth it, and he probably does have some money.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll run up there, grab him, and start dragging him. Of course, I'm movement.
I'm going to actually fuck with you on this one, and it's Dark's fault. And I'm going to tell you why. I want you to roll an investigation check with disadvantage, because this bastard has 20 stacks of 20 crossbow bolts in his backpack, and you have to go through all of them to find his items.
But it's in the quiver. It's just.
Okay. I apologize then. It is in the quiver. I stand corrected. No disadvantage. I was literally looking at this. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm just trying to grab the body and drag it.
I think I practically put everything in the quiver that I could.
All right, so hold on. Let me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go through stuff. I'm just trying to grab him and drag him back as fast as I can.
All right. So you go ahead. You start moving him back. So I'd say
movement.
15 feet towards them. Ooh, good question too. Just as point of order as you guys collect. I don't believe you could teleport dead life matter, can you?
It's technically an item.
I mean, it doesn't explicitly say that. I don't see why you couldn't, because if you couldn't teleport dead matter, you couldn't teleport items.
Fair enough. I would agree. He's just a meat bag at that point. So yes, you can.
Every time you walk out of, just every time you walk out of a teleportation circle, you gotta get new clothes.
In this universe, we shall not refer to him as meat bag.
No.
So it is written. So it shall be.
No. It's emergency food supplies.
And
You're also not wrong.
A bonus
We're
action,
not eating wolf here.
As my bonus action, I'm going to see if his soul is still there.
All right, go ahead and roll a percentile die for me.
Now, if his soul is there and he knows us and he knows what I can do, could he willingly join?
So I'll ask you two questions. I would give you an opportunity to speak with his soul, free of charge, to try and convince him of such. Or do you want to take it from him? You could ask him or you could take it.
No, I'll ask, because, I've traveled with him for a while, so it's not like just some random dude.
Okay. So
Yeah,
as
as I'm dragging the body, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I was too late to
you
save you.
do definitely feel that his soul is still present.
As I'm dragging him, I'm just talking out loud. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was too late. I tried to get to you. I can keep you with us if you want to stay. You know, I can take souls. There are others you can speak with. You won't be lonely.
For some reason, I know it's not true. I just picture Theris like grabs his lips and all right, friend.
Just I moved the bottom lip.
Take
What's
it.
funny saying
It's all
that
yours.
when
And my money.
when my daughter was an infant before she had motor skills, I would do that to make her talk.
Did that to one of mine too.
Both of mine.
Doesn't
All right.
everyone do that to little kids?
Probably. All right. So, did you want to investigate too, or not yet?
No, I'm just dragging him and talking to him, trying to like, look, do you want to join this or not? I can't.
So,
save
what do
your
you want to
body.
say?
No, that's what I was doing. As I'm dragging him, like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
No, I think
Oh no,
he's
I'm
asking-
talking to the soul. So you're kind of sitting here, Wolfgart, and you're kind of like just disconnected, and you're tired, but you hear a voice call out to you. You hear Theris apologizing for not being there, not being able to get to you in time. Do you reach out, or do you continue on?
He'll reach out and say, as long as you help me get my revenge and release me afterwards, sure. I'll help you guys as much as I can.
All right, so you do get advantage on this.
The pact is sealed.
So roll 2, and we shall take the better.
Now, do I get a higher percentage chance since
It does affect the chance as well, because
Okay, here's
he's a
number
more
one.
willing participant. Perfect. So, with the math based on the decisions he made, you needed to roll a 70 or lower. Actually, no, you needed to roll lower than a 70. Would you like to know what you rolled?
Sure.
First roll and second roll, I shit you not, because this is
01
just
and 02.
no.
71 and 72.
Double 69s.
70 and 73.
Hey, nice.
You're like looking over the line of death, like, fuck you, buddy. So, you watch as you see. What's your favorite cover, Wolfgart? What's Wolfgart's favorite color, anyways?
Everyone's favorite color.
What does Rotten
Black.
Child Flesh
Black?
look like?
Everything
You
is black.
watch as a very sad black cloud gem appears on your hand as you now bear the soul of Wolfgart. Ferris. You watch as you kind of see the fog appear around you, and your fog serpent appears once again before you. Well done, my lord. Very excellent. You are ready. But you already knew you were ready. He's like, see?
Is this
And he-
like the soul servant thing or whatever?
You have no idea. This is the only entity from the staff / hand gem that has ever spoken to you, and it's just a human figure made up completely of mist. And it points over to your staff as it makes a reference to you already know. As your staff is changed in shape. Would you like to know the stats of your new staff, which I still need to finish your card for?
Sure.
Well, let's... Oh, different book. Other black book.
And do I have to figure out what do I get any kind of bonuses from Wolfgart?
We'll get to that. I need to look at his abilities, but you probably will
Blood
get
Hunter
some
now.
of those. Might have some cool Blood Hunter stuff that you can tap into. So, on your staff, like I was telling you previously, but essentially you upgraded. Your staff now as a base increases your spell attacks and your spell DC by 2. I know, I just think about your circlet every time I look at the staff now. Think, what did I do? 2+ intelligence and 2+ wisdom, which you can exceed the cap on if you're already at the cap. When you make a melee attack, you add an extra 1d8 force damage.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
And you begin to learn some of the abilities of your staff. One of the very first things you learn, you could tap into each one of your souls to power these abilities. But depending on what ability you use, right now you only have one. So right now, you can use shield as a reaction by tapping into one of the souls that is active in your staff. However, there is a 30% chance right now that if you do attempt to use a soul, it could be destroyed. 70% it just taps out for the day and it recharges the next day. There may be more abilities, but you may just run into those naturally. So I'll finish your card, but new staff.
And are you making the item
I'll
for
make
it?
the card, yeah.
Okay.
If we get into another fight, I'll get you all your abilities too. But I gotta figure out some interesting coding because there's a few other abilities that come on this game. So I'll tell you those later. All right, so Ari, you are, I'm assuming, running over to, you guys are all collecting together near Theris? Or is all of you?
Not quite yet.
Mhm.
Ari will tell Leah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make sure Grok's okay.
Uh-oh.
She's shrinking.
The incredible shrieking moment.
Yeah, press control instead of shift to rotate.
I do that all the time.
I don't like that they did that change.
She is going to dimension door up to beside Gronkum.
Gronkum's like 100 feet in the air.
I got 500 feet worth of teleport, so you know.
He dimension door.
Mhm.
The fog does follow you, though.
Mhm.
You're cutting out real
Well,
bad.
she saw Leah dimension door, so she assumed that teleporting was safe.
Yeah.
She's gonna say, "What's the plan?"
I leave the devil away. You guys escape.
And how do you intend to escape?
I'm faster.
Oh, Gronkum. Sweet Gronkum. You aren't faster.
I go 160 feet. He goes 120.
Per action.
With a single.
If he sprints, that's 240. If he teleports on a bonus, he can go an extra 360 per turn. You're never making it. He could almost do your max, because it's 160 per movement or 160 per turn for you?
Per turn.
He's it's per turn? So yeah, he can still catch you with his teleports. He's 120 per movement. And he doesn't have a bonus action.
I'm gonna get Theris to open up a portal for us. You and him will be the last one to come through. Just buy us a minute. And Ari is going to use a bonus action to ignite Mantle of Flames. And she's going to set the Phoenix on his shoulder. Phoenix is then going to use its action to heal Grok.
Okay. As you heal Gronkum, your fog dissipates as well.
Really? I thought it was an attack. Oh, hold on, wait. I will
Man.
mention
Hostile
Ari
act-
did not heal him.
Doesn't matter. It's
That's
still
not a
using
hostile
your
action.
ability. It's got true sight. The
First,
minute it links your Phoenix to your ability channeling through your Phoenix, it knows exactly where you are.
well, it's not her ability though. It's straight from the Phoenix. It's the Phoenix itself. Because remember,
summon the
at
Phoenix,
base, she doesn't have those abilities.
The Phoenix doesn't just
The Phoenix
come
did
from nowhere.
true. The Phoenix does not come from nowhere, but the magic being used here comes from the Phoenix. It is not. Ari has zero ability to use.
Slim pass margin on this, and I will say he acknowledges the Phoenix and looks very curiously around at nobody casting a spell.
As I will say, he can see the Phoenix. I imagine the Phoenix is not shrouded, but the Phoenix is technically independent of Ari.
Baby Phoenix doesn't give two shits. Well, it's not really independent. It's not a physical Phoenix. It's a spiritual Phoenix based out of energy.
True, but it's a spiritual Phoenix of a Phoenix that happens to be coinciding with.
But it also comes from your mantle, which is literally like all over.
Yes, and if she were to hit said creature with said mantle, I would imagine.
Oh, actually, it's okay. It's okay. You still get the pass on it anyways. It will all be okay in the end, won't it, Death?
Why you gotta bring me into this?
She's then going to.
So wait, one question. Oh, you're right at Grunkum, right? You're dead on even with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so basically the Phoenix is going to be gripping onto his back, and she's going to fly back down.
Okay. Don't forget, you do have a teleport ability if you get him close to death, too. I don't think you.
I think that's only with the caster, isn't it?
Double check. Oh yeah, you swap spots.
Pretty sure the Phoenix can swap places. Yeah,
with you. Correct. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And that has to be within a certain range.
Okay.
Basically, the Phoenix is just going to sit there and act as a passive heal, hopefully, trying to keep him alive.
So, Grunkum,
so
remind
I guess
me
she'll
again.
be.
You went 40 feet down at an angle, right? You're 180 or 140?
Yeah.
So you're 120 feet away from him.
Yeah.
Okay, good. At the end of Ari's turn, or do you have any more you're doing?
Beyond her flying away. No.
Second legendary action.
Technically 85.
Second legendary action. He is going to, depending on his range. I only have one charge left of that. I have a lot of those though. Too far. That's really mean. I got to do that though. No, he's just close enough. Yeah. He's going to use his teleport to go 120 feet closer to you, Gronkum. One action. So you're 100. So he's now 20 feet underneath you. That brings us to Arborist.
Cool.
Did I have mental?
I'm with Leah still. Did he catch up to all of us?
Did he catch what?
Did the demon catch up to us?
He can't see any of you. Right now, he's flying around chasing Gronkum in the air.
Oh, but we're not anywhere near it.
No, you're on the ground. He's up in the air flying around after Gronkum, and Gronkum now has a little fiery bird or speck, depending on your perception.
Yeah, I remember that part. How high up are they?
No, it doesn't, Dark. Sorry. How high up are they?
It's a range
140 feet. But it's not
120.
your range spell attack. And it will also use its last legendary action at the end of your turn. 0 round reset.
At the end of my turn.
Mhm.
Dang, all the ones I want to use don't want that far.
Does anyone have healing potions?
A few people do.
Probably Wolfgar.
Wolfgart does have a healing potion on his dead body,
I've got 2.
I think.
Oh yeah, Ari had a couple. I completely forgot she doesn't usually have any.
Who is currently near? You're all together. Has anyone in that group noticed that Gronkum appeared after attacking yet?
Maybe.
anyone
I imagine
make that
Ari
roll?
noticed, considering.
Basically, well, you're still flying back down, though. Is anyone basically like, Arborist, don't cast aggressive things?
I don't know. Does anybody even notice that they're invisible to it because they were in the middle of combat in the
Potentially,
air,
that is a very good point, there.
and it
They
looks
may
like
not
they
even really know.
continued to fight.
That is
I
a fair
was
point.
I was closest to Gronkum when he dropped the guy. Would I be aware of that happening? Or do you want me to roll?
Yeah, just roll general perception.
But I think Ari would be aware that she's currently invisible to it, because I'm pretty sure, more or less, it was either implied or mentioned to her by Theris when she inquired as to what it was.
You suspect, but you're not 100% sure. Arborist, you kind of see this thing flying around, and basically, like your great mentor taught you, if it's not aggro on me, no sense getting involved.
That's generally what I was thinking. I'm pretty far away, but I don't want Gronkum to get hurt. I like Gronkum.
It's up to you. Right now, from just general looking, he doesn't look gravely injured, but you're not 100% sure how long even Gronkum can keep something like this out.
And so we noticed that if it's a damaging action, you turn visible.
From what you guys kind of noticed, you saw after Gronkum kind of attacked that its fog went away, but more to Theris's point, you see fog around you. You're assuming you're hard to see, but you don't necessarily know you're invisible. So actually, you're close by, so you probably did overhear from them.
Okay. I'm gonna
Wolfgar
hold.
didn't hear in time, though. Don't worry.
I'll hold my action in case I become visible or Gronkum becomes incapacitated.
What action do you want to hold?
A healing.
Okay.
Yeah, healing.
So you're gonna hold a healing. Which spell? Healing word. Do you have healing word memorized?
Oh wait. Oh, I don't have healing word. Wait, no, I do. Level 1. All right, sorry. I thought it was a cantrip. Yeah, I have it.
All right, so you got healing word memorized. So you basically So you got that. So as long as he's within 60 feet of you, you can cast healing word on him.
Yep.
All right, end of your turn is going to use its last legendary action. It is going to teleport right on top of you, Gronkum. And it is currently upside down, looking right at you.
Yeah.
Pulling a Top Gun.
Top of the round.
Gronkum makes a rude gesture.
Bowie just keeps running through the forest. You just hear off to the distance, "Fuck you all!"
Okay, do I know what all the situation? I've seen this thing zooming around chasing Gronkum, correct?
Yeah, you still see him darting around, and he looks like he's currently catching on Gronkum. Gronkum is faster, but this thing just like it has obviously far more attempts to move around and abilities to get on top of him. Okay. But it does appear to be distracted specifically with Gronkum right now. You do know you are invisible to it. You don't know about Wolfguard, but you probably also know it doesn't really care about it.
But it's also closer to us now, correct?
They're further south. He flew overhead, like another probably like 130 feet south off the map or something like that. He overshot you to get it to run away and follow it.
So Gronkum and Ari are both there. They're out of earshot, correct?
Ari's flying away from it. Ari still has fog, and Gronkum, it's currently on top of Gronkum right now, and Ari's not too far away.
Okay, what about everybody else? How far away are they from me?
Everyone else from you is probably like within 45 feet of
So
you.
they're within yelling range.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I see the situation, and I thought we could get away, and it's not looking that way, so I just scream out, I'm like, we are leaving in 60 seconds. Be on me or be left behind. And I lay William's body down, and I start tracing runes into the ground.
Okay.
And I begin casting...
All right, so this is round 1.
Yep, got 10 rounds to go.
So you just need to get close, and then if you find a way to distract it long enough, you can skip some rounds. All right, so you begin tracing that. That brings us to Big Buddy.
So I need to keep this thing busy for 1 minute.
You don't know. Y'all are out of earshot range. That's what sucks.
Well, Ari
Gronkum
teleported
is.
up to him, apparently with the exact same plan. Because she said she's going to tell Theris to open up a portal, be there, or buy us a minute, and then be there.
Actually, that is pretty accurate to what you said.
Is that 10 rounds or 6
So
rounds?
it's 10 rounds.
1 minute.
So she actually unintentionally told Gronkum what your plan is.
Oh, no.
Well, that's quite unfortunate.
Then don't you get to reroll ones or no?
No.
Uh,
Oh, but I do get to.
I thought with two-handed weapons you got to reroll 1s and 2s.
Great weapon master.
I don't
Well,
have
he's an
weapon
orc.
master.
He's a half orc.
I think they get an extra die on critical.
Correct.
And
They do
also,
get that. You cut out for a sec.
choice. At my choice, I get to also add 1 additional weapon die. And I will do that now. So an additional 3.
Okay. It doesn't. Oh, that's the damage. So he takes an additional 1 point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You know what? I forgot to rage.
His turn. Were you going to move away or are you staying with him?
If I move away, he gets opportunity to attack. So
That is true. And move him down because he's on top of you. Let's see. You do need to make a Constitution saving throw because you're within his orb, which I forgot about, but we'll just do it starting now.
I suppose this is an important
14
question.
points of force damage.
Does this phoenix
The
spirit
phoenix
breathe?
dissipates the minute it enters the orb. So the minute it teleported above him, it's just
Oh. Well, crap.
all fire. Your mantle does stay, though.
Magical phoenix fire?
Mm-hmm. Your mantle doesn't go away, though. Your mantle does stay. Just the phoenix component dissipates. So Gronkum, as you cannot breathe and you feel the pressure on your entire body, it is going to attack. You did do a reckless attack, didn't you?
is it?
All right. So you already got your reckless debuff on, I believe, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it is going to go ahead. It's a free action. You hear in your head, just tell me where it is and I will happily move about my way.
Another plane. Somebody came and took our deft away. Back to our own plane.
I care not for any death. I am here for a horn, and you will give it to me or you will die this day.
We're looking for one too. We have no idea where it's at.
Pity. And he's going to hit you with the Frozen Club. $29. That is 12 points of damage.
So I bet that's how he got the
Just putting it together, huh?
He's going to hit you with
just putting
black
further
claw?
pieces.
Yeah.
As he hits you with the Black Claw, Grongum, you take 13 points of damage, and you watch his face smiles as you begin to fall as he dispels the effect from your boots. It's not destroying your magic item, but the effect is currently dispelled as you plunge. As you start falling away, he's going to punch you with his last attack and try to send you down with a happy, how do you do?
Quick point of order.
Yep.
The whistle
Actually,
also
you do get to make a
lets me
DC
fly.
check. Does it allow you to fly, or does it only increase your flight speed?
It allows you to fly.
Are you blowing on the whistle right now? Is your bonus action?
I've got one round left with the whistle.
Okay. Well, he still hits you at the ground, so you can't fly when it's not your turn. So he's pulling a Bowie on you, but you can fly after you hit the ground.
He's spiking you like a volleyball.
And I get to make an opposing check, right?
Nope. Not your turn. He's just hitting you straight. Actually, hold on. So let's see. So if he's dispelling the flight effect from your boot, hold on, let me read the
I'm
rest.
still flying.
I think about this one. So you got your whistle, which he's not targeting. You do have your boots active, though, yes.
Yes,
Correct. Okay. Let me see.
because once the whistle runs out, I still have to fly.
But you also use the flight of the boots to increase the speed with the whistle.
Right. Well, no. The whistle, just while you blow the whistle, you can fly twice as fast as your walking speed. Doesn't say you need to be flying already.
Oh, that's a good point. Alright, so you got that. Okay. Second attack. Black arm to the whistle, to your face, dispel the whistle. I guess they both hit. 13, and we begin to fall. How high are we? Actually, you do get a save on both of
It
these.
was 100 feet.
I need you to roll a hold on a second. I didn't cook this in as a fail safe because I felt bad. Go ahead and roll wisdom saving throw. So the first one is a fail. Roll one for the second one. Alright, so they both do dispel the effects. Like I said, I don't like destroying magical weapons, so it's basically just dissipating the effect temporarily. But you do begin to fall.
Can I attempt to grab him as I'm starting to fall as a reaction?
You don't really have an ability that gives it to you. It's really more of an action, unfortunately.
He's just trying to hold on, not restrain.
But even then, it's still just an action, unfortunately. So you just start to fall. Do you have any other shenanigans on you, like random items or?
Nope. You've just taken all of my magical items.
You have your arm. How many charges are on your arm?
0.
You didn't get anything from the gnolls?
Nope.
You how many hit points do you have right now?
11.
I think it's safe to assume you just go unconscious and pop back up with 1 hit point. We'll save some math. And you guys just watch as Grogum hits the ground and makes a thud. And it just stands back up. However, that is his last action.
Okay. When I use that ability, I get to make an attack.
What's that?
The relentless endurance.
But you're on the ground now. You can't reach him. I don't know if your mic cut out. You were cutting out for a second. And now I can't hear you.
It says immediately after I use my relentless endurance trait, which is what pops me back up at 1. You can use your reaction to make 1 weapon attack.
But you're on the ground.
It doesn't
So
say
he didn't. Huh? But but he's not close to hit. So after it pops because you hit the ground, not because he hit you.
Right.
So you can make an attack, but there's no one to attack.
Specify a melee attack.
You don't have any attack that can hit him from the distance you fell. What range weapon do you have that goes that far? Because you're at what, 140?
100.
I think he was like 100 feet in there. Also, Blanco.
If you got a weapon that goes that far, you can throw something at him, but I mean, he's not melee range by any means.
What if I throw
Your mic's cutting out. I can barely hear you.
the sword?
If you throw the Lotus Sword? I think
the-
swords are only like 30-60, right? Or are they 60-90? I think they're 30-60, unfortunately.
I don't know what, because they don't technically have a thrown range.
Well, even then,
I'd
a
imagine
dagger
just
is probably
depends on the sword,
30-60.
the
So,
athletics check.
do you have any javelins? I know the giant javelins go, but do you have any like hand javelins? Hand axes, I don't think they go that far. 20-60.
Got rid of all the javelins.
Oh, you gave him to Max.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
But what about like super strength? Malcolm is super strong.
I'll
throw
tell you
things
what. For the rule of cool, because he did plummet you to the ground, and because you're probably really angry right now.
I was raging.
Roll, but I mean, like, there's rage anger, and then there's like, how dare you knock me down? Do you lose rage when you go unconscious? By the way.
Yeah.
So you aren't raging now, though, but you still are angry. Just roll a general athletics check to see if it gets any additional boost. Because you're like in the 60-foot range right now. You don't get advantage, though, because your rage drops. Or do you have a different reason?
Different reason. Because I'm a Gronkum.
I'll allow it. All right, I'll let you attempt. It would be a disadvantage because it's beyond max range, but go ahead and throw a hand axe. I think you have 2 of those, right?
I do.
It like lands up and it rolls back down. Almost got him though. That was his last attack, so that's ended his turn. Airbus. You watch as Gronkum makes a crater in the ground. Not too far away. You see Theris making a circle. Actually, you were holding, weren't you?
I was
Last
holding
turn?
healing word if Gronkum falls unconscious or I become visible.
So, You've seen him go unconscious before and pop back up, though, right? I'm assuming by this point.
When I was fighting him.
Oh yeah, you've seen this end. Yeah, so you know he pops back up at least once every time. So it's up to you. You do kind of know the potential of becoming visible does exist.
So he lands near us, things still up in the air.
So you just hear boom, and then you see the crater where your friend was as he stands up and throws an axe up in there, and it falls back down. The creature's up in the air still, which you obviously see, but Gronkum looks in dire straits.
I wonder if Saint Death would work in this situation.
Honestly,
might.
that would probably be a good use of that spell.
Because
This
I was
would
like,
be
I
a
don't
great
think that
time
will
to
break.
not take action.
I don't think that will break my my
However,
invisibility.
roll an Arcana check really quick.
Okay. Damn it!
It's a great idea.
Fantastic idea. All right, I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna do it. It's the thing that saves us. Okay.
Do it. I've got a plan. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna move over to Gronkum and I'm gonna say, hey, just trust me. This will make you super strong. It'll make you invincible to his attacks, but you'll fall asleep. And then I touch him.
Uh-huh.
And I cast Feign Death.
Do you accept it?
That's a negative.
All right. So is there a save if he doesn't accept it?
Such a willing.
It might just be a fail for that.
It's already
That's a pretty big one.
hesitant if it says a willing.
Yeah, it's just touch a willing, and there's
Well,
no.
somebody says
Considering touch a willing.
Sometimes you get lucky, but yeah, if it says touch a willing, there's no DCs at the end of it.
Yeah, no DC.
So you can ask him and say no and not cast it if you would like, since you did technically ask him before you.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it.
Gronkum, while this is happening in your head, last chance, buddy.
What was the name of the group that had the orc?
Oh no, what's the name of the group that had the orc, Gronkum?
Okay, the player has a really bad memory.
Which one are you specifically referring to? So there was the northeastern one, the one that like you
West
were
East?
having.
No, the one with like the drow and
The one with the two
the
drow and had
jerks.
like the warlock. There's a couple of
Yeah.
jerks. That was the northeastern team.
West East.
The west east reverted to northeast team. But they're also, as far as you know, well, actually, no, I don't think they're here. No.
Would Gronkum recall any of their names? Oh, well, the name of the orc. Gronkum would definitely know the name of that orc.
The name of the orc?
Player has
Bolog the Black.
I believe that is correct. Bolog the Black.
Okay, in response to the devil saying that to Gronkum, he responds, "My cousin, Bolog the Black has it."
Airbus.
How far away is the creature from me?
100 feet up in there, I think you said, Gronkum? Wherever Gronkum was, yeah. It's 100 feet up in there.
Actually, 100 feet?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try Flame Strike. I'm pissed. I want to stop attacking Gronkum, so I'm going to use some rage. Flame Strike, it's 60-foot range, but it creates a 40-foot high cylinder centered
So
on that point.
Airbus.
Yes.
As you begin to cast your spell and become visible, what level spell is it?
It is a level 5.
He bypasses immunity to your spell as he's done playing. Before he was just wasting your spell slots. He has immunity up to 6 level spells if he chooses to activate it. There you are.
Hmm. Son of a bitch.
So you watch as it kind of goes towards it and just the pillar just kind of dissipates around him.
Even if it has radiant damage?
It's just the spells don't have effect on him below 6 level.
Okay.
So it's like 3rd level, 6th level, nothing above that. I don't think there's anything I've seen that has immunity beyond 6, though.
Well, I just look at Gronkum and go, why didn't you just fucking take my spell?
At the end of your turn,
And my turn.
he takes a legendary action at Gronkum. He's just going to do one of his ice attacks. That is a 28. Oh, actually, hold on. That is the wrong attack. Wrong attack. Hold on. Same roll. We'll roll again just in case.
Quick question: is Mantle of Flames doing anything to Gronkum?
Mantle
It was
Flame?
extinguished.
No, Mantle Flame is on Ari. Ari put a phoenix from Mantle Flame that was healing you, but it got dissipated by his aura. Oh, speaking of which, he does have his aura too. So, for lack of a better term on this one, we'll say you go unconscious again as he hits you with an ice knife, and he just yells out, "I'll find the halfling myself!" And his wings just begin to start flapping. But that was his legendary action. Saphira just kind of like crawls out of your bag, Grunkum, and stands on top of you and starts like hissing in the direction of the devil. Wolfred said.
Because its poisonous barb will do anything to it. All right, so Ari has kind of a long shot here. She's gonna fly down another 30, but that won't be relevant to what she's doing. So here's what Ari is going to attempt to do. She is going to cast Summon Elemental Spirit, breaking her concentration on the Shadow Blade. And she is going to conjure up a Earth Spirit on the ground beside Arbus and Gronkum. Now, as much as this may not be comfortable and they'll have no oxygen, that's not much different to their current situation. It's going to use its burrow to attempt to bring both of them underground along with it.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get an Earth Elemental out of here.
It's technically not a Earth Elemental, it's an Earth
It's
Spirit.
the Earth Spirit.
Yeah,
What's
an
the
Earth
name? It's
Elemental
Elemental
will work.
Spirit?
Yeah.
All right, now it's a spirit. I was literally reading this earlier today. Elemental Spirit. Okay. So Elemental Spirit. I'll change its thing if we need to. I'll give you an Earth Elemental. Bear with me one sec. So it's basically a human made of Earth.
More or less.
It's human-sized, made of Earth.
Yeah,
I was bummed
size
out.
medium.
I was looking at this for Arborist earlier today. I was like, how could I make a fire elemental work? I'm like, what about if I took this and no, it's a different spell. All right, so where are you summoning it?
Right in between Arbus and Gronkum, and it's basically just gonna like pop up out of the ground, grab their legs, and try and pull them both underground.
All right, so It doesn't actually have Earthglide though, or does it? Hold on, read the spell because I
It
think it's on the
has
spell.
burrow.
Earthglide and burrow are
'Cause
not
y-
the same. How
I
much
know.
can it burrow?
It's 40 feet.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to just allow it to go like 10 feet or something.
No.
But
No. So here's the thing: burrowing is different from Earthgliding. You could dig a hole.
oh yeah, they're gonna have.
And if you want to just dig a hole underneath them, I will allow you to dig them down 40 feet or at an angle. You can kind of maneuver it at a downward angle. You can't really. I mean, I guess you could. You could like go down. I'm going to circle down and then I'm going to curve up 10. I'll leave that up to you. But if you're just burrowing, it's not like the earth will be available. And I mean, you're probably burrowing a smaller hole than it will fit in, but like it could cast a spell down it potentially. So just keep that in mind.
What it'll try to do at the very least, it's more or less going to try and bury them.
All right.
So it's going to burrow them, down, and if it can, collapse the hole. So at the very least, if the creature wants to get at them, it's going to have to dig.
Okay, so I would
And
say
if not, he can dig up their dead bodies from suffocation.
I'd say you
They've
could
got
probably,
a little while before they suffocate.
You could probably do about 20 feet then, since you're kind of like digging a hole and then filling the hole in at the same time. So it's basically like half movement, difficult. So basically, you sink them 20 feet and they're currently just like surrounded by dirt. They can't breathe very well, but they can also hold their breath to some extent.
Yep.
All right.
But
Gonkum can't.
considering
He's
that force
unconscious.
for us,
You've got a druid. He can fix you.
All right. So yeah. All right. So they start sinking into the ground. Very interesting. Okay.
okay, that concludes her round. She's also a bit lower to the ground.
Leah.
All right. They seem fine. I would like to rush over to Theris and see if I can help him at all with the teleportation circle.
Okay. So you see the creature still flying up in the air. It has not descended yet.
So Leah's backseat teleporting.
Basically.
She's hitching a ride.
I know the sigil. I can help.
Actually,
It probably doesn't work like that, right?
Paris, where are you teleporting to?
Anywhere that's not here.
But you're drawing a specific one, so you do have known location. I think you have two. You
What
can
I
either
would've
go to
been- the
Kalsto's
first thing-
Grove.
The first thing that would have popped into my head that would just been from memory would be the teleportation circle to the
spire?
the abbey, where the church back in Lancaster. Or Gancaster, sorry.
Gancaster did not have a teleportation circle.
If we go to the one
My arcane
we just
temple
learned.
did not have
Gancaster was not the richest of towns. No, not a whole lot of magic. So
I
to speak.
figured the
They had,
temple
like-
would have had it, though.
They had the only person who is like the most proficient in magic and even stuff like for clerics was Sir Astral. That was not something they were specifically known for. At that point, not a lot of places that aren't big capital cities have anything like that.
It's like when you pick the spell, you pick two spots. So I would be thinking something back in whatever the closest to our home is, just because that's going to be instinctive to try to get to someplace safe.
Well, that's not going to work.
It'll get you somewhere.
Common Spire, please.
It's already underway.
Let's see. So for you, I'm just trying to think of what would be
We're
close
probably gonna wind
by
up in
for you.
Lava
Leah just like runs over and starts rubbing out certain chalk lines to replace
Going
them
here.
with-
I'm taking the wheel.
Well, it would make more sense that he picks out places that he would have known, but he also wouldn't. It's kind of one of those weird things, like you really don't have a way to learn them because you wouldn't have already known them because you didn't know the spell. But I would say, based on the location of Gancaster, the places you would have known that are more frequent. Oh God, what's that place called? I have that book right there. Hold on. Nope, that's not the green book. It's within rolling distance.
I mean, we can go to Lava Storm if you want. It's not ideal, but sure.
Not that green book. Not that green book. There's only one left. Haha. So south. So the capital of Cynthia, you've met people from Cynthia before. That's where Max comes from. And you met the Paladin, not the Paladin Guild, but you met several just like Paladins that were in the tournament. They did have a team. Other than that, for you, so they're there. Your other most common location.
Of course, I don't guess it really matters right now because if it's just going to wind us up in Lava Storm, then that's where we're going.
You would gather from a feeling the way they're kind of structured, it would probably end up taking you to Lava Storm regardless. But just for picking standpoint, you would probably have, it's basically the largest southern continent and then the central continent, which is where Gronko comes from.
Okay, now do I know without any doubt that no matter where I go, it's going to take us to Lava Storm?
From what you've studied, roll an Arcana check really quick. It's not something you've studied greatly in depth, but from basically your experiences and what you've learned, while these material planes are material planes, they do specifically live across different realms and dimensions. However, there are certain characteristics you've noticed that do connect these things. One thing that does connect these things that you've seen before, they do share one common astral plane. They also apparently
Ethereal.
have certain cracks that can be exploited through Fey-type planes. As you've seen Gray/Co teleport out Deft, who is also under the same curse you were, without issue.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, like, if I knew that it screwed up or
You basically get the
whatever.
feeling if you're going to teleport, you could either go to Lava Storm by testing any of those two, or you could go to Kalsto Sanctuary, or you could go to the Spire.
If you do the Spire, I can possibly maybe help you.
If you do go to the Spire, Leah, knowing the Spire as well, could help you reduce it by half.
Of course, I've already started this. I wouldn't. I'm just saying that would I, if I knew that Gancaster would just put us in Lava Storm anyway, that could be just as dangerous. I would have gone.
Well, you already
the
know it
new
wouldn't be
ones.
Gancaster regardless. The closest teleportation you have to Gancaster is like several weeks away from Gancaster.
Yeah, I mean back to in our home.
Oh yeah, you would get a general gist. It probably is not going to work based on the story about the wish spell.
So the ones that I learned here, whichever one I feel would be the
the
safest.
ones that work here would work.
Right. So whichever one I feel would have been safest would have been the first one I would have started drawing.
So would you feel safer going for the Spire that you went to previously? There was a lot of people there, or there was the private sanctuary of the Enchanter.
We've got injured and a dead. We probably need to get to civilization quicker, so whoever's got the most people.
Okay. So you know that the Spire is fairly commonly traveled, so she can help you with that one. So basically, as opposed to 10 turns, it's 5 turns. So we'll say between, you've spent basically 2 turns on it, so there's 4 turns left between the two of you completing the circle.
Just sucks that we're going to be the only ones because everybody else is counting down 60 seconds before they get over there.
They'll figure it out, don't worry. Guys! Scratch that! Alright, so I'm assuming you're just helping him then?
Yep.
Alright, are you yelling it out that half the time?
Expediting. Time to go.
Go, go, go. All right. Top of the round. One fail.
30 seconds, we're out.
Before he gets to go, movement, action surge.
He's back.
That's another person I get to put underground.
That's a hit. That is 5 points of damage. Uh-oh. It goes wide like smacks a tree. Sorry! Over here! His turn. Hmm. It's going to fly up 120 feet. Actually, it's already up 100 feet, isn't it? So yeah, it's going to go up another 120 feet because it's... Huh. Let me double check the cast tab on this real quick. He's going to flap. And he's going to shoot out 6 ice spikes as far as he can, just off in random directions. And you just hear him scream, "Find the halfling." And then he flies off.
Okay, William has power.
Does William have
You are no
Does he?
longer in combat as you watch him fly northwest.
So
he still
all of us are out
teleporting?
of combat?
So he's like,
Correct.
ah! What's that? You're out of combat.
We're all out of combat?
Or at least for
Okay.
now.
So Ari will get lower to the ground and command the spirit to open up the tunnel. And she's also going to land over by Bowie and gesture to the...
He's like, oh no, I'm good.
And gesture over towards where the portal's being open.
He's like, power to you. I'm getting out while the getting's good. And he's going to run back to town.
I've literally got like 20 seconds or so left.
Yeah, so as you guys are gathering everyone up very quickly, he's just running. Who's getting over there? So we got our little dead friend here. He's gone. You guys get out.
Stop him from...
You having the elemental
Yeah.
carry Grumpum over?
More or less, yeah.
All right, so everyone's gathering
once
together.
it opens up the tunnel so they can get some oxygen, she'll tell it to bring them over.
Okay, so we'll say you rush over really quick as you guys get together. And everyone's there, I believe. And Theris releases the spell. And you find yourself at the common spire with Gronkum's breath currently fleeting from him. You might want to heal him. And a dead wolf guard. Let's move ourselves back on the map real quick.
It's a good thing I had that last 5th level slot open.
You know it's really kind of fucked up too now that I think about it? You know it's northwest from where you guys were?
It's flying right towards us.
Is it? Oh man. Wait, we're
Does
not
that
northwest. We're
kind-
northeast, right?
No,
Wait,
you're
no.
northeast, it's going northwest.
I got it mixed up. Man,
You teleported back.
alright, that's fine.
We just need fake mustaches. It will all be good. Alright, so let's get back on our map. Alright, well. So we have avoided one problem, but we've also created a new problem.
Where's the spire again on the map?
It's the green dot right here.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you lose about 2 days of travel from your previous destination.
And if we wander that way, we may run into the devil again.
So,
Has Gronkin been healed? Or
Nope.
you're gonna heal?
yeah, if no one has healed him, alright, we'll pull out one of her health potions and administer it to
Yeah,
him.
there's no
I'm
need to waste
sure
a
someone will
potion.
heal,
I've
yeah.
got plenty of slots open to heal with.
So
Alright.
then again, she probably would have done that as well, like once they were brought over, rather than waiting for the teleport,
You don't need to
because
waste it.
he's
You can
still
just-
dying that entire duration.
Oh, there you go. You have a healing spirit. Okay. Healing, all the healing.
Yeah, I can't open that.
I'm just picturing Arborist bringing Gronkum over to the healing spirit and putting his feet in. Like, you put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you heal 12 hit points. And
Can somebody actually drop that on me? I can't.
what are you trying to do? You just want me to drop the math on you? Or which one?
Healing?
No, the
The
healing
healing.
spirit.
Oh, the healing. Technically, you can max it out on anyone who is currently hurt. And I think there's a few of you who are currently hurt. You could all use it on the same turn. So you guys can do the math on that. I trust you. All right, so as you teleport back to the spire, you have a dead friend.
Dead traveling companion.
Ouch.
We could call him a friend. That's a little mean-spirited.
The pain. The pain.
I see what you did there, Daft, by the way.
He doesn't feel pain anymore. It's okay.
So, now that you guys have kind of gone through, you've unfortunately lost a member, so you can kind of go through this stuff at leisure at the moment. What's the new plan?
Well, I may have an option, though it's not ideal. There are a series of tunnels in the mountains that may get us to your destination, if that's even where you want to go still.
Which is technically still true for where you are, too.
Wait, why did we teleport when the thing went away?
Didn't know if it was
I
coming
mean,
back or
it
not.
may just be me, but I prefer to be farther away from that thing than we were.
And it could have been coming back as well. We don't know.
So, from what
Which
you...
direction did it head?
Well,
I shall be right back.
So really, I mean, it's kind of hard to pertain to. Not a lot of you have been here from this world, other than the two people that are from this world. It is literally heading in the northwestern direction. So, I mean, it could pass you or could easily fly over. You're not sure where it's going specifically, but it's heading in your general direction from the last point you're in. However, from what Leah knows, because Leah is a little more centralized around some of these parts with a little bit more experience, because Leah is just a little bit older. Throughout these areas, there are shallow passages into the Underdark that you could potentially use to get to near where the bazaar lets out. So you could potentially travel underground and avoid some of the dangers, including flying devils. At least the flying devil's a cave devil if it does find you down there. So basically, you can either go above ground or you can go underground. If that's where you want to go still.
Why didn't we just stay where we were, head in this direction?
It's a little late now.
This is going through saying in the character. Because he was
Yeah.
dead at the time.
It could have come back. I don't want to take any chances.
Interesting point of order, too. As this happens, you guys kind of watch as the Jaeger's flying around at the moment, just... it's like I'm never going to get... And he stops mid-sentence. He watches his head turn. Buddy? And he just disappears. The ledger he was carrying with him falls to the ground.
What did I miss?
Disappeared and left the ledger.
Jaeger just pieced out.
Nicodemus's imp disappeared.
Beardo's imp.
Oh, Jaeger. Okay.
Dropped
And
the
it
ledger
left the
too.
ledger?
I'm gonna grab that ledger.
You pick up the ledger?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. What did you do with it?
What do I see on it?
You open it?
Yeah.
You open it?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of doodles.
Bunch of dicks and shit.
Pretty much. You get the feeling it doesn't actually pertain to any important information. He just carried it around to look important.
What time of day is it?
Burn it.
Because you were at night, you teleport away. It's still like it's very late night at the moment.
Gronkum goes to lay down.
Leah, you're from the Spire, right?
Close enough.
Do they have accommodations for people to stay the night?
I'm sure.
Well,
Can I
here
just say,
We speak.
there's
can I-
no town specifically at the spires. There is a town to the west through the forest. However, that is also Kathicker Woods, which both of you would know is a very bad place to go at night.
Yeah, that's like death right there.
can I just say, I've been holding my
have to
pitcher
consider
of
multiple
beer this whole time,
curses.
and I'm gonna drink it. I never put it down.
Heck, I'm never getting to the end of the line. It's warm. It's not the greatest, but it works.
It's mine.
Gronkum's is sitting on the forest floor.
As you guys are sitting there, just kind of like taking a quick breather, you hear at the bottom of the spire, I know what I said. A flaming lizard, I tell you.
You couldn't say what now?
I think
You
he
just
said a
hear-
flaming lizard.
You just hear people talking about the T-Rex fight at the bottom of the spire.
Who
Okay.
would we speak to about arranging accommodations?
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, the
gonna
spire's
ca-
relatively populated, right?
No, it's populated with passerbys, but there's nothing here. Like, there's a couple of like cart merchants. And there's no buildings. There's like a couple of little tents for merchants. Other than that, people come and go through here.
Yeah, perhaps we just set up
Imagine
camp.
there are probably bedrooms in the actual spire itself, though. Like
No,
individuals that live
it's
at
just-
the spire.
No, it's not a wizard spire. It's literally just like a stone spire in the ground. Like it's a little tiny one that like you just elevated platform. Nothing else. No buildings. No nada.
Oh, okay. I thought like by spire it was an actual building, like
No,
an
no,
internal, like with an internal structure with a library. Okay.
It's just like a transportation little mecca. It's not even a great. There's much bigger spires that are far more common, that are closer to civilization. This is just a typical spire,
Might as well
but
start
it's
making
commonly
camp.
used by many people.
Can I listen in on that conversation? Those people are talking about the flaming lizard.
Sure, roll a perception check. Sounds like a cool story. You wish you could have seen this fight.
I don't realize that they're talking about me.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Flaming lizard. I think I could do that. Wait.
So,
Well,
You're-
I'm assuming we're making camp, correct?
up to you. Where do you want to make camp here? Do you want to try and find somewhere different to make it? So right now, are you still intending to go to the desert to complete your mission, or are you going to go somewhere else?
No, we'll probably have to discuss that. I say we make camp for the night if it's late and we've been through some shit.
You know, what are you making in Dome?
I haven't learned it yet. She's got to teach me.
You learned it, didn't you?
Did
I thought you learned it
Let me look.
previously.
I don't think we did.
Oh no, we learned the spire. That's what we learned. We learned the spire.
Yeah. I'm.
No, I've got it. I do have it. I've got it in my ritual book now.
Yeah, I thought we took time to learn it. I was pretty sure.
Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, I've got one.
I know I don't have components to copy stuff down.
Yeah, you guys spent like 6 hours doing it one day, I think, or something.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Well, I don't have it prepared.
you can do it as a
you don't
ritual.
hate to.
Yeah.
So, Miss Wizard,
wait, I
anytime you have some with a ritual tag, you just add 10 minutes so you can do it without expending a spell slot.
Heck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a dome then.
That's why Frost had so many spells.
While she's
Or one of
doing
the
that,
reasons.
I'm going to start prepping Wolfgart's body for last rites and stuff. And I guess see what extra gear he has.
Okay, so from what he has currently, my dear friend Wolfgart, as you guys kind of collect through stuff, and I can just put it in the party sheet.
That's fine.
So, oh god, where is Wolfgart? I just saw him. Not worthless, Wolfgart. Alright, so, party sheet. That's a party sheet. So right now, I'm not going to modify the gold on the party sheet because someone has all the gold on the party sheet. Not naming any names.
You might need to include the new players on the party sheet as well, because I know Def.
Oh, I know. Alright, so we got 4 beads of fireball.
Ooh, I want this.
There's a bead of force. A bead of nutrition. Bolt of firebolt. A couple of caltrops. Everyone loves caltrops.
Bunch of D4s.
A Cambion combat spear. That was actually kind of fun. His Corpse Slayer crossbow. His quiver. With a shit ton of bolts in it.
That's an understatement.
Let's see. Does anyone want a water skin, torches, tinderboxes, tent stakes? There's a pair of studded leather. I think everyone has better. A shield. Anyone need a shield? More rations.
That depends. Because of Gorgon's strength, can he use a two-handed weapon with one hand?
No. Unfortunately not. Of course so. Anyone need a
It's got
long bow?
Molotov.
Just one. And a hunting trap. That one's gone. Dagger. Plus 1 hand crossbow. Everything else is just essentially shenanigans. Put all your gold in copper. And then he has 180 or 108 gold pieces. 7 silver pieces.
If you said 108, you put in 8.
How should I?
Trying to jip
Thank
us out
you.
of 100 gold.
Hey, I didn't steal 100 or 18,400 gold for you. Just saying. All right, so that's all saving in that. I'll let you guys figure that out.
Aria is going to attempt to find locations kind of out of the
So,
way and
one thing to
ideally
keep
with
in
little
mind,
vegetation or
Arborist,
little.
he actually, Arborist, roll an investigation check. These technically you don't have access to because they are within the quiver of Alana. So unless you know you're in there and you can specifically reach it and request them.
Oh, I wouldn't know they're in there.
Yeah, so most of that stuff is just like kind of chilling in there. Mostly you've just picked it up at this point.
Aria is going to attempt to find a place that's out of the way, but ideally with less vegetation. At the very least, without trees there, and she's gonna kind of, for lack of a better term, burn herself a little nest, controlling the flames with a shape flame, and set up a bedroll in the center of it, and curl up and attempt to fall asleep.
Okay. Anything any of you want to do before you all rest for the night, or is that it?
That's all for me.
All right then.
I can take first and second watch.
You're kind of in a more populated area, and you're in your dome. There's enough people kind of just making general camps here, like you. Just they expended all their spell slots for the day. They don't have any more to get out for the day. They're just kind of sleeping it off like you guys are. So they are going to rest. During your long rest, Ari. Actually, roll percentile die. And Leah roll percentile die.
Rolled high on that one,
Ooh.
and you rolled really low.
Ooh, interesting.
Like two opposite ends of the spectrum.
That's really low.
Mm-hmm.
Ari,
Mm-hmm.
as you go to sleep, as much as you had in the last few days, you have a very difficult time falling to sleep. As you kind of fade off and dream, you kind of like look about, and you're just kind of like in a mucky swamp.
Does the swamp look familiar?
History check with advantage.
Because I suspect I have an idea of where this swamp is. I feel like a craft manor is nearby.
You remember this quite well. It is the Hag Island.
That's the one with the craft manor?
No, the manor is further away, but you're on the Hag Island near where that is, yes. You're actually on the
the
island with
hag.
the hags.
Okay.
Yeah.
A disdained look crosses her face as she looks around, expecting to see the horrid hag again.
And she kind of look around. No. And you just kind of start walking. And as you walk for a little bit, you find the outskirts of the town of Morrow, where you had previously gone, where the tailor's daughter was. As you kind of walk around, people seem at general peace. And then you hear someone sounding the alarm to your north. Guards!
Sorry, I'll rush over.
All right, so you start running, Roll a perception check.
'Cause
Lotus at
last
this
time she
point
was
also
here,
does dissipate. Lotus only holds for 24 hours. So it kind of just
last time she was on this island, there was not a city on it or a town.
you've kind of moved away from it at this point. We're just expediting your speed. Um,
Oh, okay.
as you run over,
So she's back at the town you said with the Taylor's
yeah, you're
daughter?
heading back towards the town. Yeah, so you're close to the inn where you guys stayed, where you had the few days where like you were confined there because everyone was accusing you of murder. As you
Mhm.
run and you see an individual on top of the inn loosing arrows at something behind the inn. As you kind of run around the corner, you just see a large sphere of darkness and you hear the sounds of battle.
She's gonna fly up onto the roof to get a better look at the individual on the roof.
As
who
you
they're shooting
try
at.
to fly up towards the roof, he doesn't seem to notice you. You watch an individual fly up out of the sphere of darkness and point an arm at this individual. Roll a history check for this individual, by the way. Dirty old human. You just watch this giant beam looses towards the individual, glances him, takes some damage, and then you just watch him run and jump off as you hear the sounds of combat coming from the sphere of darkness. You hear things, but you don't see anything.
She'll take good note of the individual running off, and the individual who blew up and shot him with a beam, for kind of examining the sounds coming from the darkness.
You're
See
not
if she
sure what this
recognizes any
individual.
voices.
The individual shooting the beam, you've never seen an individual like this before. It seems very strange. He's currently engaged with them. As you sit, you just hear from coming inside the orb of darkness. And you watch as the orb dissipates, and you see a tiefling male being held up by a half-orc female who is currently gripping his throat. You immediately recognize both of these individuals. This is Deft and Takoya.
Takoya and Deft.
They currently look like they are
Does this look
engaged in
like
combat.
pre-transformation Deft, or
No, Deft has one black arm and is carrying a large fiery spear.
Alright, calls out Deft in a worried tone.
They seem to not be able to hear you. They seem to exchange a few words as the other two individuals keep fighting. And then you just watch as Takoya drops Def on the ground and begins walking away. And the vision just kind of fades away as you wake up, just as you run over to Def.
Alright. I imagine, she shoots up and, again, probably a cold sweat, which probably makes her feel much cooler in the as it's night out. And she'll look around. Are there any flames?
Just the little flame you'd made previously.
Well, that flame was extinguished. That was to
No.
burn any flammable stuff around her.
No, I mean,
So
if
this-
someone's on watch is keeping a flame, yeah. But other than that, everyone's just kind of hanging out in the orb.
Okay.
Unless you want to wake anybody up.
They're all in the orb right now.
They all seem pretty relaxed, and Grogham's just snoring.
She just
No one
wanted
seems
to
like
make sure that she didn't accidentally set the place on fire.
Leah.
You had to do it, Nobel. You had to tell her what I did.
Oh, you're not done yet either, young lady. Oh, wow, that would have been bad. Hold on.
Sorry,
They
well,
changed
just
the way
kind of
whispers work.
curl up into a ball and Ariel will just kind of curl up into a ball and ponder what she's seen.
Oh, why have I changed? All right, so you pull up. Hold on.
Probably not getting any more sleep that night. Okay.
Oh, and see, the best part is I could totally mess with you now too, because now I know you know exactly what this is.
Hmm.
I'm assuming you remember that one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll do that later, though. You don't have to do that now,
Okay. Alright.
because that's all whispers.
Okay. Alright.
Evil, evil, horrible, horrible, bad dreams for you too. Just kidding. All right, so you guys rest the evening. You get up as the dome dissipates in the morning. Anything you guys want to do before we end it here for the night for next week? Do you want to start heading towards one of your two directions, or are we picking a new course of action?
Let's
Can
finish
always
going.
think about it over the week.
And can we finish going through Wolfguard stuff first?
You guys can always finish going through Wolfguard stuff. No one
Do
said
we-
it's not cursed. Just
Do
remember,
we
those 1s and 20s may come along with those items.
see any lost looking children?
Right now? No. Not yet.
Alright.
I know where your lost
Ariel
looking
will
child is.
walk over. Ariel will walk over to Leah. Could I talk to you for a moment?
Of course. What do you need?
She'll pull Leah off to the side. Could you scry on Gift again?
Well, if you ask so nicely, and I'll take out the crystal ball.
Okay.
And
And
I'll
you
get my
focus back on
scry
that?
ready. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta think about what time this is. So we did that. Roll a percentile die for timing.
Yeah. I think I know where this is going. Oh, dang.
That's the exact same number
Oh,
Ariel rolled
dang.
for her brain.
Okay, I don't know where this is going anymore.
So, as you begin to scry, you do not feel your attempt blocked as it was the last time or intercepted. You focus in on Deft, but Deft is standing around a group of people. You can barely make them out as it really only focuses on Deft. Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
High roll, Larry. High roll.
So you
She's
look
quite
around.
concerned.
Leah, you don't really recognize much as you're kind of focusing on the spell with everything you can. You see Deft. Deft looks fine. Deft looks very different, but Deft looks fine. Choice of weapons have changed. Wardrobe has changed. Arms changed. Several small features, and appears to be around a group of people. One which you do recognize.
Diamond Boy?
You see sitting nearby to Deft a small imp.
So that's why Edgar disappeared.
And you just watch as a bottle hits him in the head. And you just hear, it's my little buddy. And that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Evil. Evil. I'm fine.
Just out of
Everything's fine.
curiosity, Death's Horn's the same, and are